Who's the best movie reviewer through and through? That's Movie Mania on YouTube. That's who. Why don't you stay a while and have your life reviewed?
Hello everybody, this is Matt and it is Fiendish Friday. I am back at you with yet another review. Before I roll on to any of that, I want to wish each and every one of you a great morning, evening, dawn, day or dusk, all that lovely stuff, because life really is too short as is. Do me a really huge favor, like, share, and subscribe. I love seeing your beautiful faces when you are here. I know I'm here an awful lot, but I have an awful lot on my plate to review. And one last little tidbit of information. Check out the description box. I give you a bigger bite of every single movie of every single day. Such as today, I gave you a brief synopsis, starring cast, directors, runtime of the cut I am watching, along with a trailer, a link for a trailer, and a link for where you can watch this bad boy for free over there on YouTube. So it's well worth its weight in gold over there at YouTube. I highly recommend it. What exactly is the film of the day, and all the other fun stuff that goes along with it? It is called the Hallow Ian Horror Hour. This one has a 2024 release date. Runs at about an hour and 5 minutes. It's a like a web series type show that does all kinds of cool little horror skits, stuff that we miss for nowadays. We don't have things like this, which is a bummer because they were so much fun growing up as a kid, having a Halloween hour that was dedicated for nothing but horror-related subjects. It was always amazing. And then, of course, we have Joe Bob Riggs. We had Joe Bob Riggs, and we also had Monster Vision here. And Sven Gulli, we have him as well. But anyways, so this movie, it's got several different segments in it. I'm going to get into those in just a moment. I'm going to get to the cast here. We have Alex Nauman, Eric Peddy, Tallent, Sam Aries, I gotta fix that one. Mike Hodge, Giovanna, Cossalter, Waters, and this is directed by Tallent, Sam Aries, and Ty Huffer. So basically, like I was saying, it's set up like a horror movie hour type series, which that's basically what it is. And they do all these different kinds of skits, SNL fashion type skits, but everything is horror related, whether it's straight up horror or comedy horror. It really has its finger on the pulse of what we need nowadays, in my opinion. I'm going to just talk over a couple of the stories. I don't want to give away all the way the goods because I want you guys to watch this. The first skit, just as an example, it's a male and a female. They are having they're at a little party of whatnot, and things start happening that you would never expect. But it definitely gets a little bloody. Nothing in this is super gory by any means, but there is blood here and there. And then we move on to Kurt, or I think that was the name was Kurt, which was one of the best stories in the entire thing about a young kid who is troubled youth. He's being seen by, like I say, psychiatrist, doctor type. The mom is really just anti everything about this kid. She's just a real bee, Like I understand, he did kill a couple of animals, and one of them being the family cat. It really affected her, which I think anybody really would, unless you're a walking psychopath. But it's really kind of sad to see that part. And then we move on to other stories that are just as great. Um, Now, I don't want to give away too much more because it is got some surprises in there and some fun little quirky things to kind of fill the blanks in and give you a entertaining ride. Now let's get on to the three things that I love my movies to me. First and foremost is the audio. The audio is very good on here. I didn't notice any backfeed static, any outside interferences. None of that was going on here. It was all very put together very well. So I'm going to give it an A on that end. And then I'm going to move on to my second thing, which is dialogue. Dialogue is fun in this. It's definitely stuff that you would hear modern day people talk for the foremost. At least that's how I imagine they would. So I'm going to give it another A on that. And then the third and final thing is editing. Editing is a very tough subject to really tackle. Even for the seasoned veterans out there, I imagine it still has its difficulties, and you find yourself working overtime just to try to get something put together. So it definitely is one of those things that really requires a keen eye to what they need for each shot, being able to follow the scenes within every scene, put it together the way it's supposed to. Granted, yes, now we're in the digital era where it's easier to keep a hold of that stuff, but the old days with film, it's kind of sad how many of those have disappeared throughout the years. Now, what am I going to give that? Oh, another A on the dialogue with the momentum or not the editing. It has a really good pace. Doesn't really let off the gas, really. Keeps its foot full throttle on there, and I really enjoy that. It doesn't get you any dull spots. I didn't stop to check the time on it, not once. I thought it went together very smooth. So I'm going to give it another A on the editing. And now on to my final score of 1 through 5. This is a 4 out of 5 in my opinion. It's above average. I'll tell you right now, I rated it on IMDb and give it a 7. So that kind of shows you like the differences between rating scales. I'm not a big fan of 1 through 10. I think that gives too much space for films to wiggle around on and find their way in a better situation. Sure, but I feel 1 through 5 is a solid ranking system. Alright, guys, love your faces, and as always, I'll see you next week. I got some stuff to do that I purchased and all that fun route. Peace. Love you, and see you next week.